thank you for coming at this time and at this weather. I don't want to say a few words about Ghassan or about the book. I'll have a summary of the book so we can discuss it later. But before I start, I'll like to ask how many of you read Ghassan's 1936, 1939? No, that's great. Every time you read Ghassan, you'll find something new and different idea and different perspective. My English is not perfect, so I'd like to thank Shahid and Jude who edited my summary. I have personal connections. I used to have with the late Ghassan Kanafani, and every time I speak about Ghassan, it brings me. Anyway, I don't want to go there. Ghassan Kanafani, the 1936-1939 revolt in Palestine. How? 15 minutes is okay? Are you sure? Okay. The revolution betrayed, not defeated. Ghassan's book, the 1936-1939 revolt in Palestine, is one of the most important works written on the Palestinian national struggle. Unlike traditional history books, they simply narrate events. Kanafani offers a political and social analysis of the first great Palestinian uprising against British colonial rule and Zionist settlement. His central argument is very clear. The Palestinian people were ready for liberation, but their leadership and the regional order were not. And you will see, if you read Ghassan and compare the 1936-1939 revolution to the current situation, you will understand the book and the analysis of Ghassan Kanafani. And later, we might be able to compare and see the similarities between the two periods and the two situations. 1936-1939 was a popular and mass revolution. Kanafani emphasized that the 1936-1939 revolt was not led by elites or politicians, but by ordinary Palestinians, especially peasants, workers, and rural communities. It began with 1936 general strike, one of the longest in the colonial history, and it quickly developed into an armed revolt. For Kanafani, this was the first modern Palestinian revolution rooted in land disposition, British colonial domination, rapid Zionist settlements. So these are the main reasons for the Palestinian revolution at that time. Kanafani rejects the idea that the Palestinians were passive victims. Instead, he shows they were active historical agents, capable of mass mobilization and resistance. The central role of the peasantry. A key theme in the book is the role of the peasantry, Fallahin. Kanafani argues that villagers form the backbone of the revolt. They provided fighters, shelter, food, and intelligence. Their villages suffered execution, demolition, and collective punishment. They paid the highest price for resistance. As usual, all revolutions, the poor people, the working class, the Fellahin, started the revolution, even though they later will be led by elites from different classes, and the results depends on the ideology of the elites or the leadership. At the same time, Kanafani is critical of many urban elites, and if you watch Palestine 36, you will see that the film studied Ghassan Kanafani, studied his book, and the idea of the Palestinian elites in Haifa is very clear. This reflects his broader belief that real revolutions are carried by oppressed classes, not traditional leadership. British colonial repression and Zionist militarization. Kanafani describes how Britain crushed the revolt using modern colonial counter-insurgency methods, mass arrests and executions, village destructions, and collective punishment. Crucially, he highlights British cooperation with the Zionist militias, such as the Haganah, which gained military training and experience during the revolt. Kanafani argues that while Palestinians were being disarmed and exhausted, Zionist forces were being strengthened and institutionalized, a factor that later proved decisive in 1948. As a matter of fact, Kanafani, in his book, or if you read the book, you will conclude that the Zionist statehood was really established in 1939. At that time, they have their own independent institutions, banks, hospitals, departments, different departments, and their state was ready. Just they were waiting the British to leave Palestine to declare statehood. And in 1947, it was the opportunity by the partition plan to declare the state of Palestine in 1948. Kanafani famously suggests that the leadership feared the radicalization of the masses more than colonial rule itself. And here, because Kanafani talks about the class analysis. This is the whole issue of the book, is to analyze the revolution from a class perspective. And he argues that the Palestinian leadership, who were capitalist and feudal, the owners of huge land, farms, etc., they feared that the revolution might get out of their control and be more radical, and to radicalize our more radical revolution will put the leadership under pressure and punishment from the British. So the Palestinian bourgeoisie, the Palestinian capitalists, and the Palestinian comprador, they have to ally, they have to compromise with the British at certain point, and we'll come to this issue later. Kanafani is also critical of surrounding Arab states. He argues that instead of supporting the Palestinian revolution, Arab regimes pressured Palestinians to stop the strike, promised diplomatic solutions that never materialized, prioritized regional stability over Palestinian liberation. 1936, 2025, 2026, it's the same. The surrounding of Arab elites, it's the same picture. According to Kanafani, this intervention helped contain the ultimately defeat the revolt at a critical moment. Another critique of the revolution, Ghassan, said the lack of organization and long-term strategy. Despite its courage and popular support, the revolt suffered from fragmented armed groups, absence of centralized leadership, no clear political program, or long-term strategy. We have the same issue at this time as Palestinians. Kanafani contrasts this with Zionist movement, which had centralized institutions, clear political goals, strong military organizations. For him, heroism al-Butula alone was not enough. Revolution requires organization, strategy, and political clarity. From 1939 to 1948, a lost opportunity. Kanafani views the defeat of the 1936-1939 revolt as a turning point in Palestinian history. Its suppression exhausted Palestinian society, destroyed much of its leadership and armed capacity, prepared the ground for the Nakba of 1948. Kanafani insists that 1948 cannot be understood without first understanding the crushing of this earlier revolution.